Welcome back to the Northeast Florida surf fishing forecast. As you can see, took this video before the storms hit in Jax Beach again, Monday afternoon. Familiar theme, guys. Storms seems every day, but the water is absolutely beautiful right now. That's going to change, and there's a little bit of a swell coming in as well from Elsa, which we need to get out of here as soon as possible. And we're going to talk about how that will affect surf fishing the next few days, guys. So we're talking about Elsa and what it's going to mean for Northeast Florida. Well, the track as I speak right now will have minimal effects, minimal in the terms of we're not going to see the brunt of what everyone else will be seeing on the West Coast. Now, if that track shifts any more to the east, well, obviously that will change. But as of right now, as of this recording, they're calling for winds on Tuesday, starting off east-southeast, 5 to 10, picking up as the day goes on. Probably up to 20 by the afternoon we're supposed to start getting bands from the Elsa late Tuesday afternoon and such. So as those bands come through, that wind will get gusts coming through. And with that southeast wind, guys, it's going to start to dirty up the water. And on Wednesday, east, southeast, and south, and this is ranging from like 25 to 40 miles an hour. Those are the gusts, 40 miles. But obviously, if we get some good bands of rain coming through on the ocean, those winds will actually probably be a little bit higher. Then as it passes through on Thursday, southwest to west, I saw 8 to 15 miles an hour. So if you're going to fish the next few days, I would suggest Tuesday morning till the rain hits, because it looks like Wednesday it's going to be rain all day, which no problem fishing in the rain, but when it's 25 to 40 mile winds, that makes it awfully hard to fish. Not only that, the water's going to get dirty. And Thursday with this west-southwest winds, even though they're light, it's probably not going to clean it up fast enough. So we're looking at dirty water on Thursday as well. But if dirty water is the only thing we get out of this storm, that's a win for us. We live in Florida, Hurricane Central. So if all we get is a little bit of dirty water, I'm fine with that. Only drawback to all this rain, guys, right now is what's going on in the river. It is really affecting the shrimping. I've talked to a few people who usually around this time of year are doing really well in Green Cove Springs area. They're not hardly getting any shrimp. Now, hopefully there's someone out there who is getting some. Good for you. But the few people I've talked to, not so good. And we're looking at more rain this week. So we really need to get into a month pattern where we get rain, but not every single day and off and on throughout the day. It's really starting to affect the shrimp. We need a good shrimp run. That helps the fishing in the fall, especially along the beach as the shrimp empty out the river. Those whiting, pompano, drum, redfish go nuts for them. But what's biting in the surf right now as we speak, the last few days, there's been some more pompano, scattered pompano showing up. Whiting, Louis did pretty good. He just brought a rod and caught some sand fleas, caught 5 nice whiting and a 15-inch pompano Monday afternoon down in South Ponte Vedra. Water was beautiful. And he was only fishing 1 rod. He'd probably loaded up the cooler had he had a couple of rods. The fish are really eating the sand fleas right now. Redfish, seen some drum caught on them. Whiting and pompano. Along the surf, the shrimp right now it's working, but a lot of small spots, croakers and pinfish are eating them right now. The live shrimp on the float along the surf has pretty much been yielding pinfish. If you can catch some mullet, you need to fish up and down the beach in the sloughs. There's some trout hanging around the surf, some reds. Finger mullet is what they're looking for. It'll be any day now we'll start to see schools of finger mullet in the surf. And then you just bring your net down and catch them yourself. But kingfish are right off the beach. A lot of sharks as well. The last few days, seen several tarpon and kings busting through pogie pods, which is a great thing. There's been quite a few pogies in the Ponte Vedra, Jax Beach area. Now that could change with this rougher weather. It's gonna push them off a little bit. But if it'll calm back down, they'll come right back in. And That's that. The water temperature right now in Fernandina, Jax, and Flagler is hovering around the 80, 81 degree mark. It's getting up there. Once it hits about 84, 85, man, it will really slow things down in the surf. That's when you're gonna have to fish pretty much how we are now, first thing in the morning, right before dark. Middle of the day with the hot sun. If it's clear water, it really slows the bite. If you don't wanna fish the beach or the surf, hit the river. There are quite a few flounder coming up. They're hitting mud minnows, live shrimp on the float, finger mullet, of course, and tons of artificials, the fish bites, the voodoo shrimp, the marker 54 shrimp. Anything you can move and put in front of their face, they're eating. And there's some decent ones coming up, some 5 and 6 pounders mixed in with a lot of 15, 16 inches. Remember, it's a new size limit, guys, 14 inches, don't forget. Don't want to get caught, and you can only keep 5, all right? There's also some nice trout and plenty of reds coming up. Seems like this time of year, the reds are in the creeks, and you throw a shrimp or a mullet in front of them, they're eating it up. But that's all I got. Let's see what this storm does. We'll try to get a water report late Wednesday afternoon. The latest forecast I looked at, it says by about 2 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon, the weather should be out of here. We'll be on the back end of the hurricane, so just a few scattered showers. We'll see how that holds up. We know how predicting the weather is. It's unpredictable. That's the only certainty in predicting weather, is the unpredictability of it. Sort of like fishing. You can see all the right conditions and expect them to bite. That doesn't mean they're gonna bite. That's how it goes. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. If you got any questions, we'll answer them. And hopefully by this weekend, we're gonna have pier reports. Trying to get a hold of a few different people that fish the piers up or down further south of Jacksonville, so we can help guys out in that area. And eventually we'd like to expand the report to include more areas of Florida. So if you live further south of, say, St. Augustine and Flagler, and you'd like to help out with the reports, leave a message or a comment on our YouTube page, and I'll get a hold of you and we'll talk. And we'll even get you to film a small section of video, and we'll put it in the report, so then your face will be on YouTube. But until next time, guys, stay safe. Go away, Elsa, and tight lines.